My name is Judith Mole. I would like to welcome you to sunny Hondarribia, where we're just about to start the 6th X-Pyr, the X-Pyr 2024. Unfortunately, you can see it's raining here. Well, it's not raining, it's drizzling. It's not the most auspicious start to the X-Pyr that we would have liked to. We would have wanted to have been here in totally sunny weather, but the athletes are in good spirits and they're hoping to have a good start. We're hoping that the weather is going to improve for the rest of the race. So, what can I tell you about the race? Well, we're going to start interviewing some people in a moment. I hope you can hear me live and see me. The start is just behind me. You can see that there's nobody there because nobody wants to get wet. So, the 6th X-Pyr. We're in Hondarribia and we're going to El Porto de la Selva. The sea that you can see behind me is the Atlantic. We're in the Bay of Biscay. As usual, we always start here. And our first turn point is going to be at Larun, where the athletes have to run to. So the first thing they're going to be doing is running 21 kilometres in the rain. They're going to go up over 900 metres of height difference, and then they're going to be at turn point 1, where they have to sign the sign-in board. And then that's the first moment that they're allowed to fly. So whoever gets there first, we don't know what the conditions are up there. At the moment, I can't even see the mountains in a distance, so it's quite possible that it's going to be cloudy with low cloud, and therefore the athletes won't be able to fly. They'll have to then, after they've signed the sign-in board, go down, walking, till they can find a place where they can actually take off, if it's possible at all. If it's raining, some of the athletes will decide not to fly, because obviously for safety reasons, it's very dangerous to fly with a wet glider. We did actually have a question from an athlete yesterday who wanted to know how permissible it was to fly in the rain. Well, there's nothing in our rules, but for safety's sake, I don't think anybody would want to fly with a wet glider. But anyway, we'll see what happens when we get to turn point 1. For now, at the start, everybody's lining up. The athletes will have to go to the start gate behind me, line up, and when we do the countdown at 10 seconds to 10 o'clock this morning, they'll all start running past me and they'll be on their way to turn point 1. So what news can I tell you about this race? Yesterday, at the last minute, we had a rule change. So it's not a rule change, we had a route change. Now, after last edition in 2022, we had a lot of rain on the second day. So the first day was already not an auspicious start, and then after Larun, the athletes managed to fly down, and the next day was biblical rain. It just rained all day along the whole course line where everybody was. And Kriegel Maurer, who won that edition, said that in all the hike and fly races he's ever done, he's never had to walk the entire day. Last edition he did, his first race ever. So it's very boring for the people at home to have to watch just a small dot move along the screen. So in order to make it better for the athletes, because they really suffer when they have to walk all day. I mean, some of the athletes walk 70 kilometres, which is just insane if that's your first day. So we had a rule change that allowed us to change the route if there was adverse weather. So yesterday, the forecast along the whole coastline is incredibly unstable. So it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen here in the next day, but then when we get along further to the east, towards Castellón-de-Sos, towards Andorra, it's possible that there's going to be thunderstorms. So in order to make sure that the athletes wouldn't suffer so much and the organisation would be easier as well, what we've decided to do is we've cut the route down. So we've made, the first turn point is the same, the second turn point is, the second turn point is the same, the first turn point is the same, the second turn point is the same as well. That's actually right outside Pierre-Rémy's house. And Pierre-Rémy was third last time, it was a rookie, and he's going to fly past the turn point is outside his house essentially. And then after that, but there's like a mini X that we've done. So from there they have to go to Boitaul. But the turn point around Boitaul has increased massively. It's now 33 kilometres. And then the turn point around Monte Perdido, where they have to go back on themselves, is also much bigger. So the bit that they have to go back is much reduced. Then they have to go northeast, and they would have gone to a place called the Val de Tres Senyors, but that turn point 5 has been eliminated. It doesn't exist anymore. So they basically go from Monte Perdido all the way to Val de Núria. And Val de Núria is the turn point where they actually have to sign in. Now, before, if they went to Tres Senyors, they would have gone way north back into France. But now they're going to go on a flat line. They have to have to avoid a significant airspace area, and then they get to Val de Núria. Okay, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to start talking to some of the athletes, because that's, I'm sure, who you'd prefer to hear from than me.
Hello, Judy.
Hello, Thibaut. So, Thibaut,
Hello.
From Belgium,
Yes.
who was in the last edition.
Yes, difficult edition, but this time it will be awesome, of course.
Oh, it's always awesome.
Awesome. Every time.
Okay, so you, ever the optimist, you were really keen to come back, even after
Yeah.
the punishment of last time.
It was not a punishment, it was just a big journey, a big adventure, and yes, it was difficult, but this time we know it could be difficult, but we hope it will be flyable, it will be sunny, big cloud base, and we'll see. But anyway, it's awesome to be here, to be with so much athletes and so much good person like you. So yeah, it's really nice to be back here 2 years later.
And what did you think of the news that the route was going to be shortened?
I think it was necessary because it's already difficult, we know it, but with this weather and with difficult conditions, we have to fight with the hope to get in the sea. Mm-hmm. And if we have no chance to get there, it's not really playful, you know. So
Yeah.
it's good. I think it's a good option.
Yeah. Good. Okay, well, I wish you every bit of luck and that you enjoy it like usual. It's always nice to see your smile on the route.
We'll see. Anyway,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, Jared. How are you? So, how are you looking forward to this race?
I'm looking forward to the good weather after today.
Aren't we all? So you're from Colorado?
Yes,
yeah.
I am.
And have you flown in the Pyrenees before?
This is my first time here.
Okay. From what you know about the Pyrenees, do you think you're going to be flying in sort of similar conditions that you fly at home?
I'm hoping that some of my experience in the Alps the last couple summers comes in handy, and definitely the ruggedness of the Pyrenees, similar to Colorado.
Mm-hmm. And how have you prepared for coming here?
Lots of training on the roads and the mountains, and cross-country paragliding.
Okay. Yeah, and so, what did you think of the route change?
I think with the rain today, it makes it hopefully more optimistic of making it to goal.
Okay. Great. Well, I wish you every bit of luck.
Okay.
See you in El Puerto de la Selva. Thank you.
Buenos días, Judith. ¿Cómo
Buenos
estás?
días. Muy bien. Gracias. Vale. ¿En inglés o en castellano?
Lo que prefieras.
Vale, en inglés entonces.
Vale.
So,
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
So, microphone's here. So, are you all ready for today?
Born ready.
Okay, very good. And so, how heavy is your pack?
It was when it was weighted 6.8.
Okay.
Then we have the raining jacket and so on, and the raining poncho.
And the food and the drink and everything?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're not one of the lightest ones, but you're not one of the heaviest either.
Not bad. It was a good compromise.
Okay, so how did you get your weight down?
Well, it was basically a new glider and a new backpack.
Okay.
That was mostly what it was, the big cut savings.
Mm-hmm. And how did you prepare all your gear for? How did you decide on socks and shoes and?
Well, actually, the whole clothing is my main sponsor is Luber. It's a
Okay.
Spanish brand, and also where I'm from. So I'm really proud to carry something that is also from my own country. And the food-wise is also nutritious from Spain, 2 to 6s, and you can find them here.
Uh-huh. And so, are you looking forward to getting more to the east of the Pyrenees? Is that
Yes.
an area you know better?
Well, I'm not really. I'm actually from Valencia, so it's on the Mediterranean coast. But I fly a lot in the Pyrenees. Sorry, in the Pyrenees, in the Alps. No, altogether, I'm just going to do the best. So
Okay.
it's going to be great.
Great. Well, when you're in El Puerto de la Selva, you're closer to home. You've only got to go down the coast to get
I will
back
just
home.
say hello.
Yes. Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much. Bye-bye.
Hello, Malo from France, our youngest competitor.
Exactly.
So, yep, you need to stand a bit closer.
Okay.
So, you'll hear this a lot, the youngest competitor.
Yeah.
Noe Kort got fed up with it last time.
Sorry.
So, Noe Kort from Switzerland, last edition was the youngest.
Exactly.
And he was like...
He's there also.
We said it every time and he was like...
Yeah,
okay.
That will be funny, I think. Also to be the youngest is like... This is my first big competition, so it will be interesting to discover this kind of competition. And also to be here with Noe and already talk with him about how to deal with that kind of competition. It's also very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you're only 21.
Yeah.
So how long have you been flying?
That makes almost 10 years.
You started when you were 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
11 and a half, something like that.
That was your first solo flight?
Yeah, exactly.
And do you come from a flying family?
Yeah. My father was instructor in the Alps, so that's why it was easy for me to begin paragliding. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your first big hike and fly race?
Yeah, for 7 days, yes. I made just 2 competitions, and it was more 3-4 days, and this time will be more bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide to come?
Why I decided? Yeah, because I'm living in Toulouse, close to the Pyrenees, and I made all my high school in the Pyrenees in Fourmeux. So I was like, okay, maybe that can be interesting to do the X-Pyr. And my dream is to make the X-Alps in 1 day. So this is the first step of the process, and maybe one day cross the Alps. I will see, but the experience is the first big step like that.
Well, so if you went to school in Hondarribia in Sardinia, you know that area very well.
I hope to pass there, to reach at least the Val di Nuria point, and and if it's the goal, it's so cool, and but at least try to reach Sardinia Valley. Yeah.
So, I mean, just to explain to the people at home, you've got the Sardinia Valley, which is a huge hanging valley that's got Andorra at one side, and then Font-Romeu is towards the east. And then you got Puigmal opposite, and Puigmal is the back of Val di Nuria.
Yeah, exactly.
So have you flown into Val di Nuria before?
I never fly it there, but we already passed over the Puigmal during the training and everything. So I know a little bit the place, but never been in Val di Nuria especially.
Okay.
So it will be the first time.
Not even hiking?
No, even hiking.
No.
Just on the French part of these mountains.
Yeah. And have you been to the Canigou?
Never been.
Okay.
No, just passed already, and always say, I need to go there to see how is the view and how is this mountain. But for now, never reached this mountain.
And it's not going to be a turn point in this edition.
Exactly.
It's in Nuria.
Maybe in 2 years later, we will see.
And what is your supporter going to do about Val di Nuria?
To come, or they will come maybe by train, or just to maybe give some water, some support, some help to then take off again and try to reach the goal. Yeah.
Great.
Exactly.
Well, I can't wait to see you in El Port de la Selva.
Yeah.
So as the youngest competitor, I'll owe you a beer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we will see.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank
you very
you,
much.
Malo. See you later.
Very good. The scenery.
Hi, I'm here with Sebastian. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. Nothing to complain about, so ready for the race.
Yeah, you feel fit and yeah?
Yeah, everything's fine. I hadn't had some complaints so far, so I hope they won't arise during the race.
So you're a rookie in this race. What made you decide to come?
You know, I've done several races in Switzerland, and since it's the biggest race this year, I wanted to, just take the next challenge and go for a big adventure. And this is the perfect place to be.
And is this your first time in the Pyrenees?
It is, yeah, it is. So the only thing I prepared was not flying, but I just really tried to, in theory, to look at tracks and to see the hot spots, the favorite hot spots, and so on. And let's see how good that preparation was.
And what are you looking forward to most this week, apart from getting to Porta la Selva? That's what they all say.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, apart from that, I really hope for some, just very epic days, maybe flying with some vultures, and just being out in beautiful nature, and also just try to enjoy the moment. And of course, it's a race. I still want to get to Porta la Selva quickly, but still, we want to also have fun as a team and really have a good time, because my team is great. They're volunteer, as most of here anyways, and the most important thing is also to have a great time together.
Well, I mean, I've done this course, driven it many times. Your assistants are in for some epic moments. You'll come over a pass and the scenery is just breathtaking. Yeah. And of course, you're going to get to see it from the air. So, I mean, I'm not jealous at all.
Well, yeah, you have reason to be jealous, to be honest. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the moments. To be honest, after a race like this, I really can. I have so much memories, and I would say I feel happy for it. Really it stays for long there. So it's just it's hard to describe, because if, let's say, regular people ask, what the hell are you doing, especially in weather, for example, like that, and running for hours, it's understandable to say, hey, I can't understand that. But then on the other side, the moments that you just described and we described, it's just magic. Yeah, I'm looking for those moments. Yeah.
And yeah, flying with vultures is indescribable. Yeah. Anyway, I wish you every bit of luck, and I hope to see you in El Porta la Selva for a beer.
I hope so. Thank you. See you there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Vamos a la playa, chica, ¿no?
Sí.
Stander, you're a legend in this race.
Veteran, I would say more.
Okay, well, okay, veteran is also true.
Started to be veteran, yeah.
This is your third time or fourth?
Fourth time.
Yeah, you were in the 2014,
2016, 18, and this year.
Okay. What made you come back after 6 years?
Good question. I just decided to do some more challenge, some more, this kind of race. And this is one of the best. Then I also have some experiences here from previous editions, so this could be small advantage. So yeah, this is why I came.
So you were going to be in the 22 edition, but you had an accident and you couldn't come.
22. Yeah. I had an accident on a mountain bike. And that's why I was not able to come in 2022. Yeah.
And you've made a full recovery?
Yeah. I had some inside bleeding. So but probably it's recovered. Yeah.
Okay, they did an operation?
No, I didn't have.
Okay. And so, but you're back to full fitness?
After the incident, yes. But yeah, overall, I'm getting older and older, so it's a question. But yeah, I will hope I can run as similar like previous editions. Yeah.
You're only 34. You're not getting that much older.
Yeah, but when I look on the starting field and I see so many young people here, it's different.
So I remember in the 2018 edition, the last one where you were here, you were a little bit behind the field, and then you did this massive flight and leapfrogged loads of people and came in third in the end. I mean, it was an epic comeback. I was able to do nice flights here, usually on south sides in Spain. So let's see what we can do here. Of course, I think I'm overall a little bit better in the air than on the ground, so I have to focus on that. And I hope I can climb as much meters as I can by the glider, and to fly, of course, as much as I can, as long as I can. And that's all. But I think for everybody it's the same. Okay, final question. Is that your strategy? You're going to keep south?
The strategy is to keep calm, enjoy the race, and yeah, fly, of course, as much as possible. And it will be great to finish again this amazing race.
Brilliant. Well, I hope that it all goes really well for you and that you have tons of fun.
Thank you very much, and have a great race also to you.
Thank you very much. Hello. I know you've got suspected COVID, but you're going to have to come a bit closer.
Okay, is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll keep the mask on.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, for your sake.
Yeah. So I'm here with Sarand originally from the Netherlands. But
So I actually grew up in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. My mom moved to marry my dad. So, but half my family's in the Netherlands, and I spend, a lot of time there every year.
Okay, but so do you consider yourself American or Dutch?
It's such a complicated question. I never really felt like I was American growing up in America, but then when I go back to the Netherlands, obviously I feel like not a Dutch person. So I would love to connect more with my Dutch side, but it's difficult.
Yeah, well, your Dutch flying side you probably don't want to connect with.
Well, the culture of like dune soaring is actually, I think, very core to my origins as a pilot. I learned in San Francisco, flying Muscle Rock, which is a ridge soaring site by the ocean. And I think a lot of my flying style has been based on that. So actually, I flew in the Netherlands for the first time this winter, and I had a complete blast. And it was like, oh, maybe I could retire to flying here one day, But there's towing and other things. Yeah. So.
Okay, so you got into hike and fly flying because you decided to try out flying this competition in the Owens Valley, and you won it.
Yeah, it was very surprising. I had no expectations for this race. I hadn't been training endurance. I was a rock climber before paragliding, an amateur rock climber, not by any means a professional. And I focused on how to fly as much as possible. And I sat on launch for 4 hours probably over the course of the 2 days and flew, well, probably 50 or 60 kilometers more than all the other athletes. And when I got to goal, I was like, who else is here? And they were like, no, just you. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, what are you looking forward to most this week, apart from getting to the other end?
Yeah, I mean, for me, getting to Nuria would be amazing. It sounds like such a beautiful spot to fly into. But I think in general, I'm here with my supporter, Katie. I think going through the struggle with her is going to be amazing. And then my supporter, Zach, who's going to be flying, behind me throughout the race. Sharing beautiful launches with them is going to be the most epic part of this whole thing, I think.
Brilliant. Well, I look forward to catching up with you on course, and I hope you don't develop full-blown COVID. And
it's getting better. Yesterday I felt much worse than today.
Oh, that's brilliant news.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, stay safe and well, and we'll see you on the other end.
Thanks so much.
Well, actually, I'll probably see you en route. I hope to see you en route.
Okay, yeah, I'll see you en route.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Judith. Judy? Or Judith?
Whatever.
Okay.
Hello, Johannes.
Hello.
Come a bit closer. So, this is your second race?
It is.
What made you come back?
First of all, the race back in 22 was hard, but we still enjoyed the scenery and we had a good time. So that's why we're back.
Okay, I didn't actually know this last time. I only found out afterwards. But you encountered a bear last time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was a scary moment. We went over this mountain range in the fog, and suddenly there it was feeding on something, probably a sheep or something it caught there. And the sound of that bear at that moment were horrifying. So we'll try not to be in that situation again. No.
I mean, bears are not common in the Pyrenees. They exist, but it's really, well, I would say unlucky to bump into one.
Yeah, from what I heard. But we also did some research later that exactly in that area is where there are most bears in the Pyrenees.
Okay, so is it your strategy not to reveal where it is, just in case you can get rid of a few competitors?
I don't remember the name actually of the place. There was it was up in the high mountains, somewhere in the central Pyrenees. Yeah, I can't recall the name now. No.
Okay, how did you feel about the route change yesterday?
Kind of, we expected it after the briefing, so that's just what it is. It's just the same for everyone. No feelings about it, actually. Yeah.
You're not happier that it's going to be slightly simpler, that, we've taken out some of the complexity of having to go back north into France?
Yeah, maybe, of course, but it's a decision made on weather forecast, and you can't do anything about the weather. So then you did something about the route instead, and that's fine by me. It will be a challenge anyhow. Yeah.
Okay, final question. Your normal form of transport is a helicopter.
Yeah.
And how do you compare the two?
Helicopters, they are noisy. So when I have time off and during my spare time, I would rather fly paragliders because they are silent. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I do have one further question, and that is, you're here with a special purpose as well, aren't you? You're collecting sponsorship for a cause that's really close to your heart. Can you just very briefly tell us about that as well?
Yeah, my main sponsor from back in 22, he got cancer and actually died just a few weeks after the competition last time. And to honor his memory, we created this organization where we do tandem flights with kids and young adults that have been sick, not necessarily from cancer, but they need something a positive experience in their life. And we still have the sponsorship with his company. And the way we do it now is that we collect money for every 10 kilometers we can do during the race. And that will be used to have these tandem arrangements in several places in Norway during the rest of the summer and fall.
Okay, so if people look at Johannes Helleland's Instagram or Facebook, and we'll put the link to your organisation in case anybody at home would like to sponsor you as well, because I think it's such a wonderful cause. And if it's every 10 kilometres in the X-Pyr, then we would like to do everything we can to help.
Yeah, every 10 kilometres is my main sponsor's way of doing it, kind of. And for everybody else, if you can support with €1 or €2, that would be great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you later. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Come closer.
Closer.
This
Good.
is Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Harvey Collard.
Yeah, originally from Canada, but not living
That's
in
right.
Canada.
No, I race for Switzerland now with the Paragliding Swiss League. Yeah, that's right.
And where do you live?
Near Zurich. Yeah.
And so you fly a lot in the Alps.
Yeah, I started racing with the Swiss League when I moved there 3 years ago, and been doing it ever since. Yeah, quite excited to check out the Pyrenees because I've never flown here. So I thought when I signed up, that's kind of what I was looking for, like a good pretext to come here and check out the flying. So today we're gonna start by checking out the walk-in. But first things first, huh?
So how did you prepare for the race when you say theoretically?
So I do a lot of physical training and flying training. I mean, physical training like 5 days a week, some trail running, and then flying training. It's cross-country flying, some race-to-goal competitions, and also with our team with the Swiss League, we also do some like top landing training sessions where we go somewhere and we just land all over the place and take off again, this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's been really helpful for my progression in there. Yeah.
And how have you tried to get to know like the Pyrenees and the routes from home?
That's Google Earth. Google Earth is magical, Yeah.
And so what did you feel about the route change last night?
I had mixed feelings. I don't know why. I think I was just getting used to the old route. Of course, it's nice. It gives me a nicer chance to like make goals, so I cannot be like angry for that. I think it is slightly sad to not cross the spine so many times. But yeah, the history will tell whether this was a good decision or not. Because in the end, you want some athletes to make goal, at least maybe a third of the field. Otherwise, it's a bit sad. I don't know. So yeah, we will just see.
If we had a third of the field in goal, we would be doing the best we've ever done, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. There's usually not a lot of people finish this race usually. So yeah.
But, well, hopefully we'll get plenty of people in. I mean, one of the reasons for keeping you out of out of France the second time is because it's normally nicer on the south side. It just gives you better weather conditions.
Good for us then. Yeah.
Well, it was done with you guys in mind. So, well, anyway, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully see you at the Mediterranean.
That's right. Remember, there's a goose on the loose.
A Canada goose. Very good. Thank you. Hello, Tommy. Thomas or Tommy Friedrich?
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Tommy is good.
Okay, so Tommy, do you feel ready?
Hope so. So weather looks not that nice today, but the forecast for the next day is pretty good. So hope that we can make some distance in the air in the next days. But yeah, it's the same for everyone. So I'm looking forward to the race now, and I'm pretty happy to be here and safe. So yeah.
Yep. So what did you think about the route change?
Yeah, I think it's always nice in a race that you have someone in the goal in a hike and fly competition, and it's just 1 week, and with the forecast maybe, yeah, so also it's the same for everyone, so yeah, just deal with it and hope for a good race, yeah.
And how are you on the ground versus in the air?
I don't know, so for sure I like to fly. But I think I'm also not that bad on the ground. Maybe not for running like hundreds of kilometers on the road, but yeah.
The route change is trying to avoid that, the hundreds of kilometers on the road.
For sure. So I hope that we can fly much and to enjoy the Pyrenees in the air, yeah, for sure.
Great. Well, I wish you every bit of luck, and hopefully see you at the other end.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, my friend Simon.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm feeling good. And yeah, the weather is as we know it from the Pyrenees, or as I know it from the Pyrenees, so not a big change. Yeah.
Yeah, this is only the second time it's been like this. I think it's you coming that makes the weather bad.
Yeah, that's... I hope you're not right, but...
Okay, so Simon, last time you were a rookie, you'd never flown in the Pyrenees before, and you came fourth.
Yeah, and I really have to say so in the beginning it was, they're slightly different orientated than the Alps, and that made my head a little confused. Now I hope I can navigate a little better, and yeah, but with this weather it will be hard because you don't see very good, and I still don't know the area very well. You know, we walked through it, we didn't fly, and tomorrow we will fly, but a lot of headwind. The goal is to get to the goal, and it doesn't matter the time. We will stay safe and have fun. That's maybe the most important part. Yeah.
Well, I was in goal when you arrived last time. I had the privilege of seeing you watch opening the champagne. And I remember interviewing you then, and you said it was lovely, but you're not going to come back. So what?
No. Oh, really?
Yeah, you did. You were like, yeah, it was nice, but I don't think I can do this again. So what made you be crazy enough to come back?
Maybe you're right, yeah, because it was very tough last day, and the day before also very tough flying, so I was very exhausted. But then I thought, maybe with some better weather, the Pyrenees maybe are fantastic. But yeah, so no, I just thought I want to learn more, I want to gain experience, and that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful to see you back, and I look forward to seeing you open the champagne again in Santa Helena de Rhodes.
Yeah, I hope so. And I'm looking forward to, you know, the cookies you gave us there. They were like very lovely. The Milka cookies, I think. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, thank you very much, Simon. See you later.
Hello.
Hello, Markus Waltel from Austria.
Markus Waltel. That's correct.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. Very excited about the race. Maybe not so excited about today, but more excited about tomorrow. We'll see. Should be fun.
Have you worked on a strategy for this race, or are you just going to take it day by day?
I mean, now it's probably just gonna be get to the bigger mountains to have a good flying day tomorrow. So maybe a little bit south. We'll see. I've got a route in mind, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. And it's gonna be a lot of running.
Okay, but are you sort of planning more south or more north? Because I mean, that's the big decision at the first stage.
Yeah, a little bit more south. I don't think there's a lot of flying today. So, yeah, just running until you get to the south is this possible, and we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see Pierre-Ami's strategy to get to his house, if he's going to go south and then up north, and to see how everybody else deals with that as well is going to be very interesting, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, for me, it's the first time I'm in a race that long, in a 7-day race. So we'll see how my body holds up as well. But I think it's a good decision that the route was a bit shortened. So otherwise it's going to be endless running towards the end again. We'll see.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you hopefully at the Mediterranean.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All good.
Hello, Maxime. Come a bit closer. It's good to see you here for the third time.
Yeah, third time. Yeah, it's good with good weather as always at the beginning of the race.
I blame Simone Barona. It's only shit when he comes.
Second time maybe is the black cat of the comp.
So how are you feeling about this race now?
It's always good to be here because I really like the race, even if Pyrenees are most of the time quite tough with us. But yeah, we are hopefully looking forward for some sun tomorrow. And today will be about a lot of walking maybe, and we will see if we can do some little flights, but I don't expect very much, even if we can be surprised. But at the moment it's light rain, so we will see. Yeah.
Okay, so how happy were you when you saw the route and saw that you didn't have to go back to the Pic de Midi?
It was a relief for me. I don't like this place. But anyway, we will probably go through at some point after Aucun. But at least we don't have to climb up there or to do the turn point there. It was nightmares the last two editions, so yeah.
And you went to school in Hondarribia, so you know Puigmal because you had a nightmare in Puigmal in 2018. You had to sleep up there, didn't you?
Yeah. We had to sleep up there in a little cabin or stuff like this. And but it was a quite nice experience. Even if I didn't eat anything or drink anything, I had to wait a lot for them to come. But yeah, for me it's a really a place I know really well, and we will see. Yeah.
So, I mean, Puigmal is at the back of the Val de Núria. Have you flown to the Val de Núria before?
We flew quite a lot on the south face of Puigmal in Font-Romeu, so I know the place. I never land or I never visit hiking there, but I think I know pretty much well the place there. Yeah.
To be honest, why would you land there is my question. Like, there's no point unless you have to land there to sign the term board. Yeah. Okay, let me talk to you about the big news for you, which is your harness. You've got a specially designed harness that makes you, look like a tadpole. But it's an amazing bit of kit. Do you want to tell me a brief bit about it? Because I'm sure people would like to look out for it when they see you take off.
The harnesses, we try to maximize the performances and try also to have something really easy like normal harness, because that's the main challenge with it. And but it's light as any hike-and-fly harness. It's quite also the volume is quite minimal, and the performances are really increased with this. So we will see if it's fitting this kind of race, because it's also the first big test for the harness. Because I know I really think it will work, but yeah, that's the first real test for it.
And it's called the Neo Moonlight. It's a fantastic name, and it only weighs 1.5 kilos, but it's a full pod, full fairing.
Yeah, we will 1.5. Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm really happy with it. It's really comfortable, and the feeling is great with this harness. And normally it's like the efficient in.
Expectations, and I'm hoping to see you in Port de la Selva with a bottle of champagne, and we can celebrate.
Yeah, we will see. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Maxime. Hello, Benoit. Team Canada.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
The first French-Canadian team.
Yes, yeah. As far as I know, first French-Canadian team in the X-Pyr ever. So that's exciting.
It's very exciting, and I've seen some of the build-up. You guys are real fun guys.
If you're going to do something, you might as well have fun doing it. So, I mean, the training's been really serious, but everything's in place now, and it's too late to train anyway, so we might as well enjoy it.
So, where do you fly in Canada normally?
Well, so I live in Ottawa, and the flying there is dismal. We have a roughly, at best, 250 meters of vertical gain or loss. So I tend to travel quite a bit for flying and all over the world.
So what made you decide to do the X-Pyr?
I mean, ever since I've started paragliding, I've really been looking up to all the hike and fly races. Like, paragliding for me was always initially a means of going down mountains. I was more into mountaineering and rock climbing, and eventually I shifted away from those and way more into paragliding. But I like the physical challenge and adventure aspect of things, and vol biv, and yeah, all disciplines of paragliding have been fantastic so far.
And what's been the most difficult thing in your preparation for this race?
Hands down, it has been the financial aspect. In Canada, there's nobody that knows what paragliding even is. They're like, oh yeah, I did that in Cuba, pulled behind a boat, like, no, that's not really it. So and coming from so far away, the expenses are exponentially higher than someone coming a 6-hour drive from France or from any European country. So that's really been the biggest struggle, is the money aspect. But we're here now, and we'll see after how broke I am.
I've inherited all the camping gear from several American teams in the past.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I know they have to buy everything, and then they have to get rid of it all because they're flying back home.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me, the biggest expense was like the camper rental, which is, fortunately, our partners, Maite, they gave me a really good discount, but still it was the biggest ticket item. It was the same price as my wing, so that's a budget item for sure.
So, but you've been in the Pyrenees like the last week or two?
Actually, I arrived June 1st, so I did the Pyrenees Open a few weeks ago in what's the name? Not Port de la Selva.
Puente Sort.
Yes.
No, Puente Suert.
Puente Suert, yeah. Which was really wonderful. Really enjoyed it. Learned a whole bunch, and then I've been scouting ever since. The team arrived just after that Pyrenees Open, and we've been together for like 10 days now, almost 2 weeks really, and just getting everything worked out, all the details. That's been super helpful as well, since none of us have a ton of experience in this. Some have no experience, and so there's a lot of kinks to be worked out, but we're all set now.
Well, talking about all set, we're about to go for the ready, set, go, so I better let you prepare your last minute. I hope you have a wonderful time, and
Thank you so much.
Heaps
really
and heaps
excited.
of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Hola, Jordi.
¿Qué tal?
Un poco más cerca. Ok, en castellano, ¿sí?
Sí,
vale.
mejor.
Tú eres el único catalán en esta competición. Normalmente tenemos más catalanes.
Sí, mira, este año no han podido venir los buenos y vengo yo.
Oh, no. Pero es la segunda vez que has estado aquí en el X-Pyr.
Sí, venimos a hacer un remember de hace 10 años. Es muy bonito porque vamos a hacer otra al cabo de 10 años y pues estamos muy contentos. Porque a ver si no estamos tan viejos como parece y nos va muy bien.
¿Y qué piensas sobre la ruta?
Bueno, ahora para nosotros nos la han puesto más fácil, mucho más fácil porque era cruzar el Pirineo varias veces de norte a sur y ahora, si no es por el principio que no nos lo conocemos mucho, la zona más bogable del Pirineo nos lo han puesto muy bien. Porque claro, nosotros llegamos a casa, la ruta es para nuestra casa, hemos volado mucho en Pirineo y lo tenemos bien. Pero claro, también si lo han puesto tan fácil es porque hay muy mala meteo y luego está muy difícil.
Sí, pero el meteo, la previsión sería mejor para Cataluña. Mira, necesitas ir para prepararte porque claro, vamos a empezar ya casi. Entonces, mucha suerte, buenos vuelos y encantar estás aquí.
Vale, moltes gràcies i igualment. Salut i força a l'X-Pyr 2024.
Sí, visca la terra! Okay, so everybody's now preparing themselves for the actual race start. Suddenly there's movement all around me. I haven't had a chance to look at what time it is, but the countdown will start very soon. So if you followed us, you'll know that there's been a route change this edition. We're allowed to change the route in order to make it better for the athletes. If the weather's bad, the weather forecast isn't great. Certainly today it's going to be raining a lot. So the athletes are going to not do turn point 5. That's been taken out entirely. They have a bigger radius at turn point 3 and turn point 4. So the route's been reduced to under 500 kilometres from 600. And yeah, nearly 600. It's now 490 something. The longest leg is now 143. The music's going up. I don't know if you can still hear me. So we're waiting for the countdown to 10 o'clock. So the athletes, I don't know if you can see them, are lining up behind me under the start gate. It's drizzling. So a lot of them have got their rain jackets on. Certainly the supporters have. There are team colours for the athletes and for the organisation staff. Here's Pascal. Good luck. So, everybody's getting ready. Here's Norquad. Good luck. So all the athletes are passing. So you're getting a flavour for what's happening. They're all trying to go through the igloo to just get a little bit of dry area. So that's the voice you can hear is Íñigo Redín, the meet director, calling everybody to they're calling everybody to get ready underneath the start, and we're just being told that they're going to run through us. So as soon as we do the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, we're going to have to shift, because otherwise we're going to be run over by a horde of athletes. So, as I say, we're waiting for the start of the 2024 X-Pyr, going from Hondarribia in the Bay of Biscay at the Atlantic and arriving at the Mediterranean at Port de la Selva via now 6 turn points, not 7. We've eliminated number 5, the Val de Troissonieux. The course is shorter, because of the weather. The weather today is not great. They're going to have to run most of the way at the beginning. And then the subsequent days should be better. We've optimized the course to try and fit the weather forecast. Our problem is that this week the instability is crazy. The forecast is changing every half an hour, and we can only change the route. We can't change the weather. It is what it is, and we can't. We can only do what's best for the athletes and what for you at home, so that you don't have to watch endless people walking. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Ahora, para que no sepa, ahora les toca un tramo 23 kilómetros a pata, 23. Subida Larun, que son casi 1000 metros de altitud, casi nada, y sabiendo que encima no van a poder pasar de 10.000.
¡Vamos a la playa, chicas!
X-Pyr 2024 inaugurada y vamos a pasar por ello toda la semana de competición. Gracias a todos por venir.
Okay, we started. We're on our way to El Porto de la Selva. So we're going to go to turn point 1 now. We need to get up there as fast as we can. The athletes will take about 2 hours. They have to, what they need to do is they have to run or walk 21 kilometers. They're going up a height difference of 900 meters. So the first section's pretty hard. They have to go up there and sign in to a sign-in board. And then that'll be the first point that they can actually fly. So you'll be able to see the amazing harnesses of Pierre-Aimé and Maxime Pinot. And then from there, today is going to be a difficult day, and hopefully they can get themselves into a good position and fly from tomorrow. So we will look forward to seeing you at the beach, and we wish everybody good luck. Bye for now.